It's the last pay-per-view predictions of the year. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's today, today is the final pay-per-view prediction video of the year. As we have AEW World's End 2025 predictions to do. We've got 10 matches to go through. Of course, AEW World's End takes place tomorrow, December 27th, 2025, as we finish off the year with some AEW action, as usual. So let's get this underway, shall we? We've got 10 matches to go through, so no time like the present. Let's get it on for one final time in 2025, and then we can all celebrate and do whatever we want. We can take our pants off and swing them all around if we all want to. Anyway, enough of that shit. That's for the after party. Anyway, let's kick this off, shall we? We kick off with the 0-hour match. We have the Sisters of Sin of Julia Hart and Sky Blue taking on Zyla and Myla World. I'm gonna go with the Sisters of Sin, Julia Hart and Sky Blue. Yeah, that's it. Should be a fun 0-hour match, but I think the Sisters of Sin will pick up the victory to put them closer in line to gain that tag title match in 2026. Next matchup, we have a mixed tag match. We have the Conglomeration and Timeless Tony Storm taking on the Death Riders. I'm gonna go with the one and only Timeless Tony Storm in the Conglomeration. It should be a fun match. It's gonna be chaos. The match is called Mixed Nut Chaos or whatever it's called. So it should be hilarious, and of course Timeless Tony Storm's in it, so it should be a fun time. So I'm going to go with Timeless Tony Storm and the Conglomeration to pick up the victory. Next matchup, we kick off the semi-finals of the Continental Classic with the match what I thought was going to be the finals of the Continental Classic, but they're doing it in the semis rather than the final. It is Kazuchika Okada defending his Continental Championship in the Continental Classic as he takes on Konosuke Takeshita in the semi-finals. The Don Callis family implodes as these two face each other finally. Should be a fantastic match. I'm going to go with Okada to pick up the W to advance to the finals. And that brings us on to the next semi-final matchup. We have Kyle Fletcher, another member of the Don Callis family, taking on the Death Riders, John Moxley. I'm going to go with Kyle Fletcher to pick up the victory to advance to the finals. A all Don Callis family final I'm going to go for. And then that brings us on to the Continental Classic Championship final. I'm going to go with Okada for the second year in a row to retain his Continental Championship in the Continental Classic. So yeah, there you go. There's the Continental Classic done. So yeah, I'm going to go with Okada to retain, to win the whole thing for the second year in a row. Next matchup, we have the match that was set up last night after Darby Allin got thrown down a flight of stairs on Dynamite on Christmas Eve. A great way to wake up on Christmas morning to see that. Darby Allin being thrown down the stairs for the second year in a row. But Darby Allin will be taking on Gabe Kidd. Of course, these two have been going back and forth for a couple months now with the whole Death Riders and Darby situation. So I'm going to go with Darby Allin to pick up the W. To finally put this scenario with the Death Riders, this story with the Death Riders behind them, hopefully, as we move into 2026. I think Darby should pick up the win. As we move on to the next matchup, which is a Chicago street fight for the AEW World Tag Team titles, as we have the champions FTR defending the titles against the Bang Bang Gang in a street fight. This one's easy. I'm going to go with FTR to retain, because I think Mr. Adam Copeland and Christian Cage are waiting for them in 2026. Maybe they will even arrive at the end of this match and set up a tag title match in 2026. So I'm going to go with FTR to pick up the W on that one. Next match we have not the TNA, sorry, wrong fucking company. We have the AEW Women's Tag Team Championships being defended as the Babes of Wrath of the champions, the Babes of Wrath of Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale defend the titles against Mercedes, Moné, and Athena. I'm going to go with the Babes of Wrath to retain. They only just won them a couple of weeks ago, and they are the first champions. I don't think it would make much sense for them to to become the first ever women's tag team champions and then lose them 2 weeks later, a couple of weeks later to the Mercedes and Athena. would make the entire tournament a little bit pointless if that was the case. But so I'm going to go with the Babes of Wrath to retain. As we move on to the next match, plus Mercedes is starting to lose her titles. She's now down to like 10, I think. She lost a couple of them over the UK tour to Alex Windsor, the Rev Pro Undisputed Championships, that is. Anyway, next matchup we have the AEW Women's World Championship on the line. Is this meat stacked match as we have Chris Statlander defending the AEW Women's World Championship against Jamie Hayter. Looking forward to this match. Should be a fun one. A lot of meat colliding on this one. I'm going to go with Chris Statlander to retain. I think Jamie Hayter might turn heel at the end of this, and that might form in some kind of rivalry. Hopefully, I just wish the best for these two, and hopefully Chris Statlander picks up the victory and they can develop something from there, maybe like a heel turn or something. Which brings us on to the main event. We have the Fatal 4-Way main event for the AEW World Women. Jesus Christ. Sorry, Samoa Joe, you're not the Women's World Champion. You're the Men's World Champion. We have the Men's World Championship match as Samoa Joe defends the AEW World Championship in a Fatal 4-Way, a 4-way dance, whatever you want to fucking call it, against Hangman Page, the former champ, Swerve Strickland, and of course the returning MJF. Going into this week, it was only the last 2 days I've kind of figured out who I wanted to win this match, or who I'm going to go for, because I was kind of at a lost shuffle, because I was like, well, if you take the title off Joe and put it back onto Hangman, then what was the point of the Full Gear title win? If they put it back on Swerve, then we're just repeating the same thing that we did in 2024 when Swerve took the title off Joe. And he's like, and then MJF is never there. So, you know me, like, MJF is never there because he's got movie commitments and all that stuff outside of AEW, so there's no point putting the title on him, which probably means they'll probably do that. But also, soon, Samoa Joe will be going away to go film Twisted Metal. So it's kind of like a lose-lose situation either way. So I'm going to go with Samoa Joe to retain on this one. It should be a fun match. I look forward to it. I just wish it wasn't that complicated with the situation. It feels like we're going back rather than forward in some kind of cases. I do like the combination, all three of them. It's just like I just feel like we're just going back to what we saw in 2024 with these three men. Hopefully, we can actually develop something new and going into 2026. But anyway, I'm going to go with Samoa Joe to retain. That is my predictions for AEW World's End. Hope you enjoyed them, guys. Tell me what you think in the comments. Leave me a like if you deserve it, and I'll see you guys probably next year now. Hope everyone has a happy new year. Hope everyone had a nice Christmas or happy holidays. Whatever you celebrate this festive season. But yeah, hope to see you again next year. Until next time, guys. Until next year, guys. Much love and peace, and I'm out.